Say, I love you, Sally, and it'll all go away. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Dustbath Beauty. Today, we are doing my very first ever Halloween tutorial. I'm so excited. Anyway, so today we are doing, if you could not guess from the intro, Hypodermic Sally from American Horror Story Hotel, the new season. As of today, we're only 2 episodes in, but I am stoked about it. If you're not watching, go watch it immediately. Or at least watch back seasons on Netflix, because seriously, I never considered myself a horror fan, and now I have been turned. Alright, so all I've done at this point is throw on some foundation and throw on some concealer, mostly just to conceal some of my messy brow hairs that are there, and just a little bit under the eye, which really don't worry too much about that, because A, junky, and B, we're going to be putting a ridiculous amount of black underneath our eyes, so it's kind of, moot. But anyway, next we're going to do the eyebrows. I'm using Anastasia Dipbrow in Taupe, because it's slightly lighter than my natural brow hairs. I would usually use a dark brown, but Chick's a blonde, and I'm not, so we're trying to give a little nod to that. And she has slightly more elongated eyebrows on the show than I do, so I'm kind of trying to pull the tail out a little bit. Okay, I'm starting with a couple of cream bases for our eyeshadow look. The first one is the gray color, which is Benefit Creaseless Cream Shadows in Holy Smokes, and I'm kind of sticking that mostly in the crease. And then the second one, and blending it out, of course, and the second one is NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, and that's going to go directly on the lid as soon as I clean up the gray. The eye makeup shape tends to slope almost a little bit down in the corners, so I'm trying to make sure the shape gets right and kind of is higher in the inner corner and then slopes down, which my eyes naturally seem to want to go up in a cat eye, but we do not want a cat eye here. And then just throw a little bit of that black bean on the lower lashes and smudge it out. Okay, the shadows we're going to be using are primarily going to be coming from the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. I'm going to start with a mix of Slanted and Dagger, which are a silvery gray and a matte deeper gray. And I'm just putting them in the crease, mimicking where that cream shadow is. And then same thing on the lid. I'm grabbing Black Market and pressing it all over the lid and continuing to try and follow that sort of downward sloping shape and packing it on with a flat brush until I get the intensity that I want. Alright, now we're going to grab a black liner. This is Urban Decay 0, and just do the upper and lower waterline, and as you can see, poke yourself in the eye. Actually, I just poke myself in the eye because this is one of my videos, but I recommend you don't poke yourself in the eye because it's quite unpleasant. So after you do the lower waterline, go ahead and run a little bit, under your lower lash line too, because we're going to start smoking this out in just a moment here. There we go. Following that, we're going to put on some black liquid liner. This is just one from NYX. We are not going to make a cat eye. Repeat after me. No winged liner. If anything, try to get it either straight out or following that downward slope a little bit. Don't wing it. And if you make a mess, you make a mess. Once again, junkie, hello. And there's me starting to make a mess. And you can tidy it if you want. You can leave it a gigantic mess. I'm going to tidy that splotch over there. But otherwise, just get a line on there and don't worry about it. I'm adding a sort of gray sparkly liner from Physicians Formula under the eyes, and then I'm going to top it with some more Slanted from Urban Decay, as well as a silvery shadow from Benefit, which I'm sorry I do not have the name of because it came in a palette and I depotted it a long time ago. I'm doing all this both to smoke out the lower lash line a little bit, as well as kind of mimic the fact that a lot of times under her eyes glisten a little bit, like maybe she's very recently been crying. So after that, just glop on some mascara as much as you want. You're not going to see most of it. This look really isn't about mascara at all, but get it messy, get it clumpy, enjoy yourself. Now is the time to go wild with mascara if you ever did. All right, let's work on the cheeks after powdering our face to an insanely matte texture. Hello, 1994. I'm actually doing a very strong blush, like an apricot brown blush, right where you would contour and kind of above, as well as a little bit kind of on those temples and the hollows, kind of not far from the tail of your eyebrow, and then cleaning up that line so it's nice and harsh with some concealer. Then we're going to follow this up with a whole ton of highlighter right on the apples of the cheeks, and then at a couple of the high points, up in the arch, a little bit on the forehead, kind of under the lip it looks like she has going on, and then a little on the cupid's bow and the nose. Alright, we're going to do a nice dark vampy lip color. This is NYX Matte Lipstick in Siren. Very nice shade. You can also do red for Sally, but I wanted to go dark. You can lay this on as thick as you want, because as you'll see in the ending clips, you can make this a little crazier when you're done if you want. Alright, now we're going to put some scratches on her chest, which Sally always seems to have. I'm starting with just a red lip liner, and then I went in with a darker burgundy and a little bit of brown just to kind of look like they're a little bit older. Alright, that is the finished look for Hypodermic Sally. I hope you enjoyed it. The wig is from Amazon. I believe it's supposed to be like a 80s Madonna wig, but I modified it a little bit, took the bow out. I'll leave you a link to that if you want. In the meantime, if you liked it, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you want to see how to take this look a step crazier, just stay tuned.